So I'm going to do something a little different for this video, and I don't really know how to start it or if it's even going to work, but here we go. I feel like it's important for me to express these things to you if there's ever a time where you feel so down or so alone and like no one is there to help you. Maybe you're alone, or maybe you're not, but you still feel lonely, and maybe you just feel like no one really knows what you're going through. But I promise you that you're not. Everyone has been where you are. Everyone, whether they admit it or not, has hit rock bottom and felt stuck. Everyone has felt hopeless. It's the challenge that everyone goes through because life is a challenge. And if anyone tells you differently, they are lying. If anyone tells you that it's not hard to get through it, they're lying. Life is challenging, but here is why that's okay. Do you know that feeling when you're finally finished with a school semester or tests or papers or whatever else, or you've finally finished with something you've been dreading for the longest time, and you feel empty, but kind of in a good way? Like it no longer matters how well you did, but just the fact that you did it and you came out alive. I honestly think this is one of the best feelings in the world because it feels like triumph, and it feels like strength, and it feels like power. So no matter what you're going through, keep fighting, and fight for that fleeting moment of emptiness where for a brief moment you have nothing to worry about. And when you're in that moment, just smile and breathe and take it all in. Maybe turn on the radio to a song you've never heard before, or write down how you're feeling, or go buy something to kind of memorialize how you're feeling right then. That way, when you're feeling down again, you can listen to that song or read what you wrote or look at that thing that you bought to remind you how you felt when you had nothing to worry about. Looking back on the lowest points of my life, it was always times where I felt really hopeless, or something didn't work out, or I felt like I failed at something that was crucial to my plan. So I think in times of hopelessness, it's important to remind yourself of the times that you got through something, when you pushed yourself further than you ever wanted to go and you survived. Life is a constant string of challenges. It's a test after test after test, and sometimes it gets the better of people, but don't let it get the better of you. Complete small tasks just to prove you can, or think of something to get done and come up with ways or steps on how to make it happen. But also prepare to be unprepared and have no expectations, and be okay with that, because the only thing you have to fight for is getting through it. It doesn't matter how long it takes or how many times you have to try, or if you're going alone or if you need help. Just promise me one thing, that you won't ever stop. Don't fight for unobtainables like happiness and success, or things or feelings that are constantly being redefined. Fight for that emptiness, or that feeling of making it through just for one fleeting moment. I think emptiness is where the best things come about, when you're at your highest moment of strength and you have nothing to worry about or stress over, and you've made it through another challenge. So fight for that and keep fighting, and don't stop.